Yo, it's your boy Drizzum Gaming, and I am here in a new year, college football 27, with a new dynasty, as you can see on the screen, and as you probably heard the day before from Coach Ace Monroe over there, just a few streets over at Allegiant Stadium. Coach Ace Monroe, younger brother Ace Monroe, a couple years younger, has taken over as head coach of the UNLV football program. As you can see here, dressed quite similarly to his older brother, once played football with his brother. The Rebels is the team that he will lead this year. We have a pretty interesting organization and things that we have to get together here. Now, UNLV does come in ultimately as a 1.5-star team, but they have a really great stadium. They just so happen to share the same stadium as Big Brother Ace Monroe. So welcome in once and all to this Monroe universe. This is what this officially will be documented and named, this project between these two head coaches, Coach Spade and Coach Ace Monroe, were taking over their home programs. They both played, like I said in the previous episode, and if you go check that out with our Madden series, Coach Spade and Coach Ace once played together there in Nevada for the Wolfpack. Coach Ace, although he was a 3-star in high school, he was a two-way athlete, and because of such success that he had, even thereafter his brother's injury that altered and derailed his career, he was able to still go on and last a couple years in the NFL. But a crucial mistake in one of the conference championships in his third season led to him getting cut, and furthermore not seeing any more action or any more time in the NFL. But today he leads a new team, and as you can see atop that roster, Jaden Thomas, the running back, also joined by Jalen Glover. Very similar start to my UAB Dynasty. We had two running backs that worked very well over there in UAB. But this is a new day and a new time. And in that backfield are two very well-known names in the quarterback ranks. Maybe not well-known for what they did on the field, but they did have some memorable moments. And there is somewhat of a dual or some type of dual threat quarterback situation that we may have going on, maybe a quarterback battle. But as it stands right now, Jackson Arnold, the quarterback, formerly played at Oklahoma and Auburn, if I'm not wrong, in his last couple years, now lands in UNLV. He is here in Las Vegas helping us try to lead to winning the Mountain West. And as well, joined in that quarterback room with him is former Michigan quarterback Alex Orji, who is a pure runner. He's from Texas, so he's not too far from home. They actually are both from Texas. But that is our quarterback situation right now. We do have a couple guys that are fresh from red shirts that in the coming years will probably be able to make an impact later on there in Chase Royer, as well as Sebastian Sikro. But we are looking to lead this program to greater heights. In the last couple seasons with this, like I said, absolutely phenomenal setup there in Allegiant Stadium that they share with the Las Vegas Raiders, things haven't always been that good. And as you can see, the expectations from the AD are to be ranked in the top 25 in the next 4 seasons, and to average at least 20 points per game this season while winning 75% of our conference games this season. And just look at that track record since 2007. The most wins that they had there was in 2013 at 7. And since then, abysmal. Until most recently, right before Coach Ace's arrival, they have won 9, 11, and 10 games respectfully in the last 3 years. And this senior class looking to cap it off with 10 or more wins once more. But their head coach accepted an offer to a better program right before Coach Ace stepped in to take over. And wouldn't it be incredible timing? Former offensive coordinator that shot up through the high school ranks just like his brother, Coach Spade, coached a couple times with Coach Spade as well at a couple different programs. But now Coach Ace has his first opportunity as head coach, just like his big brother. His big brother, once a former quarterback in the high school and collegiate ranks, and now lands himself a head coaching job. And so the same will take place with Coach Ace. as we'll get some practice preliminaries out the way. But you can see our first opponent of the season at home, week 0, is a 7 o'clock game against Memphis. We're not going to waste any time. We're not going to steer you any longer. We're going to go ahead and jump into the first game of the season.
Glad to have you with us from Allegiant Stadium in Las
Allegiant
Vegas.
Stadium,
Really
once again, staying very busy this week. Just a few days ago, the first preseason game for the Las Vegas Raiders, and now the UNLV Rebels and their fan base will look to take over the Allegiant Stadium as it is decked out in red and gray, and a little bit of black here and there. Must be reminiscent there of the Las Vegas Raiders. But today, we get ready to see if we can't take down the Memphis Tigers in our first game of Coach Ace's career.
So the UNLV Rebels kicker headed to the football to start this 2026
And here we go,
season.
kicking off for the very first time this season. The UNLV Rebels will go on defense just like we saw, ironically, again in that Las Vegas Raiders preseason game. Hunter Tempton, the tight end from Mount Pleasant, Texas, 6'5", comes out onto the field, hoping to help his team, the Memphis Tigers, go for a victory today. And if you guys remember, if you guys watched the UAB Dynasty, you know that this was the UAB Blazers' rival, and we had quite some contests against them. I remember in the first season that we ended up losing. It really hurt, stung, kind of took away our chances as a good tackle for loss there on the right side as a quarterback pulls for a run. But man, some good stuff that we were able to accomplish there, especially late with UAB. We hardly ever at that point lost to Memphis or anybody like that. We also left the conference, so we didn't have to play them as much, as there, a short catch and a 1-yard gain, bringing up third down for the first time. This big rambunctious stadium, at some point, I wanted the stadium post to be absolutely insane. I want it to be one of the toughest places to play. As it's thrown up and caught in the middle of traffic, Aaron Nolan hits his receiver right over the middle in a mix of a bunch of Rebels right there. I saw a couple things that I felt like was open, but decided to go with the post over the middle. Should have been intercepted, but instead it'll be a first down, and they are running to hurry up. Going here on first down. Our defender is beat, but Aaron Nolan put too much air under that ball, not giving his receiver a chance. Had a step, would have been a touchdown for sure. As Nolan now with a couple fake snaps and a handoff and a couple broken tackles later and a couple lost yards, and that'll be in total an 11-yard loss. Running back probably should have just taken the hit from the defensive end at the line of scrimmage and probably lost 2 yards, but now 3rd and 21. Aaron Nolan will probably go to the air once again here, hopefully not to give up something big. Once again, he is rolling out. He'll step into a defender and almost throw an interception right through his hands there, but that will bring up a 4th down. I love to see this stadium filled to the top with Rebel fans, Vegas fans, football fans alike, just excited to see some football as we get the first punt return of the season, get a couple yards up to the 26, bringing out the Rebel offense. And so with that, Jackson Arnold and his prized possession, running back Thomas in the backfield. I'm always going to start every season off quite simply with a run up the middle, and it'll just fester a 1-yard gain. But just like with Francisco Mendoza in our Raiders franchise, we want to start this game easy. We want to start this game a little lenient. Francisco Mendoza, the rookie over there with the Raiders, but Jackson Arnold, to our favor, is a senior here with the Rebels. He has some experience. He's played in a couple different conferences. He's played against some really good competition. Now landing with the Rebels, hoping that boats as well, but they're not able to corral the catch over the middle. That slant route interrupted, and that will give us our first turnover on downs, 3 and out, and a punt. Fair call there on the 28. bringing the Rebel defense back on the field. 3 and out, not what you want to see on the first drive, especially after a couple first downs for the Tiger offense, as now they go with an RPO and going backwards once again, but staying with the hurry up. 2nd and 11, Nolan lining his guys up again, getting instructions from the sideline, making adjustments to his receivers outside, and now dumping it to his running back, who lost a ton of yards on the last drive, but this time decides to pick up a couple, maybe start to matriculate some type of positive yards to his receiving total on the season. He started off in the negative, and Nolan making adjustments on both sides of the offense. Now a snap on 3rd down and another deep shot, and our defender is beat again, but this time they are able to connect on another big play on 3rd down. So far, the Rebel defense not coming through. We were able to come through at least once so far in this game and get a turnover on downs, but this time they are able to hook up on the big pass and connection. And now threatening in the red zone, 25-yard line. Aaron Nolan still making adjustments out of this hurry-up offense. Showing blitz is the Rebels. Getting down to Nolan, making him throw out of that sack, and that will make it 3rd and 9 here for the Rebels. Got to try to find a way to add some pressure and not let these guys get behind us once more. I think now here in some clouds of dust, it should be a little harder to do so as we send yet another blitz. And he breaks off a tackle, but isn't able to get into the end zone. There on the outside, the receiver with another big first down catch. Number 1, giving us all type of fits right now. He just made that deep catch on the left side, and there on the hook is able to hook up with Nolan. But after a handoff there, up the middle, our linebacker is able to shoot the gap, get a tackle for a 2-yard loss, making it 2nd and goal now. Nolan fakes a handoff this time, dumps it off to his other running back, and picks up positive yardage, making it 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. Nolan, once again, still in the hurry-up offense, trying to make something happen. And we almost have yet another interception there. Would have been nice, would have 100% prevented points and given us the ball back. But here the field goal team comes out, and a kick is up, and it is good, giving the Tigers 3 points to start the game. For the 2nd drive of the game now, Jackson Arnold, after that 3 and out on the last drive, that ended up getting the Memphis Tigers 3 points in that 2nd drive of the game. We'll start with a 1st down, moving the chains there with the run, just like we started on the first play of the game. And another handoff to Jaden Thomas. That'll be his 4th carry so far in the game. Upwards now to 20 yards, most of them coming off that last handoff on the first play of this drive. And Jackson Arnold this time will pull it, see some space, have some daylight on the right side of the field, and now Jackson Arnold with a big scramble, getting the Rebel offense down to the 29-yard 1st down there. A 2nd on the drive, a big one there. Puts us now in scoring territory. Gives us at least a chance right now to possibly even it up, as Jaden Thomas will get his 3rd carry of the drive here, up to 5 carries in the game. For a total of 32 yards, Jackson Arnold and Jaden Thomas helping this offense move downfield quite quickly. And now finally an RPO pass to Burns, who will get a 1st down of his own, the 4th one alone on this drive. Jackson Arnold, the Rebel offense now in scoring territory with just a few seconds left, as a shift there from the offense. And the running back will come in, Glover, to get a carry before the quarter's end. And so Origin is who Coach Ace decides to send out here on 2nd and goal, the start of the 2nd quarter. And in his first pass here, Alex Orji with a strike and a touchdown on a slant over the middle, giving the Rebel offense the lead here early in the 2nd quarter. 1 play into it, Lions with a nice 8-yard catch getting into the end zone there from Alex Orji. So after the 77 play drive, that ended with an 8-yard touchdown there from Alex Orji to start the Rebels offense, to start Coach Ace's career finally, especially from the offensive side, getting his first touchdown. Now the defense comes out with a lead. Not very much of a big margin, but if we're able to get a stop on the Air Nolan and this Memphis Tiger offense, has a big tackle there on the outside the perimeter, looking really good out there at the defensive backs. But if we can get them off the field here or at any point without scoring any points and putting that Rebel offense, who looked really good running the ball on their last drive, back on the field, it may bode well for us. But nonetheless, a first down there. And back with the hurry up is Air Nolan back to the line, getting his calls from the sideline. This defense trying their best just to get rest. Has a big hit there met in the middle. That time is the running back, who still somehow comes up with 1 yard. But holding solid in the run game so far, the Rebel defense. I want to say Memphis may be actually in the negative, but not for very long, as this time the running back breaks for a big gain and a run. Now up to the 28-yard line is the Memphis Tigers, who are threatening their own. After just a few plays ago, we were talking about trying to come off the field, trying to prevent them from scoring. As a fumble here, and it may not last long, so we'll try to call a play and go quick. But the Tigers won't challenge it, but a fumble on the last play by the running back out of the backfield gives the Rebels the ball back. And here, first down on his second carry of the game. Glover now checking into the game after such a great first quarter there for Thomas. And on the run, Jackson Arnold moving that pocket around. He's back in at quarterback. And his second run of the game now goes for 18 yards. He has 50 total rushing yards, just scrambling around, helping the Rebel offense get moving. And Jackson Arnold this time with a nice throw on a comeback route on the right side, but a flag comes from that area. It's looking like the possibility of pass interference, and it will be, and that's on the defense, but we're going to decline it and take the results of the play, which was just 3 more yards, but 3 more yards that we did gain on that last play. Jackson Arnold throwing for a first down now. And this time, dropping back to pass, but we'll take off running and get a first down in just as many plays. Jackson Arnold making a huge impact on this Rebel offense early in the season. He is on fire so far. And now another throw to Stellato on the right side. His second catch of the game in this quarter. Stellato with 2 great catches, helping us move the ball. That's another Rebel first down. And a second straight pass play comes complete. That time Reddix gets his first catch of the game. So Coach Ace throwing caution to the wind and giving Jackson Arnold the full display of the playbook, letting him make his own choices out there on the field, letting him call his shots and move the offense ahead, and that's been successful thus far. But needing to punch it in here is Jackson Arnold in the Rebel offense, as Thomas, who's come back into the game, gets a catch on the dump off there in the backfield and scoots up to the 2-yard line. First and goal here with 2 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second quarter, right before halftime. The Rebels, this time Jackson Arnold on the speed option left side, and that is going to be a Rebel touchdown. Great performance thus far with 2.5 minutes to go in the first half of Coach Ace's first game as head coach of the UNLV Rebels. Has been able so far to keep Memphis just to 3 points on the defensive side. 2 out of 3 tries on offense have come up with not just field goals or not just great drives, but touchdowns. So showing some promise. Here's the Rebels in the first game of the season. Once we get to the end of the game, we'll probably go back and talk and chat a little bit more about some intricate details about the Rebels, their history, their schedule, just a little bit. But right now, we're going to continue to focus on this game. Right before the 2-minute warning, the Tigers still going fast. We'll see if they try to get a playoff here, and they do. And this time, it will be a run by Aaron Nolan, who's met on the left side and pushed out of bounds. But gets the first down there is Aaron Nolan moving the chains for the Tigers. And the 2-minute warning there issued. And so with 3 timeouts on both sides from the Tigers and the Rebels, a lot can still happen in this first half. A lot still will happen in this first half. But here on 1st and 10, Nolan drops back and rolls to the left, and Elias Rudolph is the person that will meet him there. 12 yards backwards for his first sack of the season. And this Rebel defense just trying to hold anything right here. But a nice catch and a nice gain there. Now making it 3rd and 9 as Coach Ace issues a timeout. Trying to get the ball back one more time for his offense. Aaron Nolan, the quarterback once more, pointing out things to his team. And he drops back once more. And there's a pass, and it is over the middle. And once again, number 1. And Aaron Nolan hooking up on a big-time 3rd down catch. But once again, it's put them in scoring territory. And with the clock running down, no timeout issued by the Tigers, a handoff in their first timeout of the half with 50 seconds to go. Peculiar situation for the Rebels defense, who ultimately just wants to make sure that they don't let the Tigers walk away with more than 3 points right here. An RP on the right side, but met and stopped before he could get back to the line of scrimmage or get any gain. So a 1-yard loss on the right side. Bubble screen from the receiver. 3rd and 5. Got to have your eyes on number 1 there on the left side. But Aaron Nolan, of course, once again will drop back, looking, scanning, and knocked away there over the middle and incomplete. And the field goal unit with 42 seconds left will come out, looking to squeeze this differential down to 8 points, and with a snap and a hold and a kick, they will achieve that, making this game now 14-6.
So many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18.
Starting the drive at the 18-yard line, and somebody's got to want to be a baller right here. And I got a good feeling about who wants to be that guy, as Jaden Thomas will get the first catch of the drive, getting the chains moving there pretty quickly. The star running back, the star of the team, helping us in every way that he possibly can on this opening game. But Jackson Arnold doing his part as well. Jackson Arnold dropping back this time, scanning the field, but nowhere to go. And just about to the back to the line of scrimmage, but they'll consider it a sack. And Alex Orji, now in that empty set, will come on the field with 18 seconds left. And we'll try to see if we can use his athleticism to gain us a couple more yards now to the 43-yard line. We'll try to run it back to the line with 12 seconds left and see if we can get another big catch or big gain. And this time deep to the left side. Orji throws it, but incomplete with 4 seconds left. And Coach Ace rolling the dice, much like a Vegas man to do so. Rolling the dice and leaving Orji out there, knowing that the team is in prevent. And the Rebs will just take it to the half. Back on the field for the first drive of the second half, the Rebels, Jackson Arnold and Thomas taking the field, looking to continue the success from the first half, making a couple tweaks there in the locker room. This late afternoon game is still very warm here in Las Vegas. And the incompletion there on the right side. the first drop there for Stellato. Stellato has had a couple of good catches for us in the first half of the game. This time Arnold looking to get outside the pocket, and he does. He escapes. He gets across the first down, out of bounds, down to the 48-yard line, keeping the drive alive there. And now 1st and 10 with 7 minutes to go in the first drive of the third quarter. It's time Thomas, with his 7th carry of the game, he's up to 36 yards. We saw him come out for a couple plays there in the first half as Jackson Arnold this time nowhere to go and is sacked. And that's about the 3rd or 4th sack that we've given up as a team overall. Maybe holding the ball too long, maybe pass blocking, maybe a little bit of both, as a good completion there over the middle. And a decision here early in the season for Coach Ace. But like I said in the first half, Coach Ace, a gambling man, a native of Las Vegas. He's going to take his chances, and on 4th and 3, he's going to gamble with Jackson Arnold and come up a winner and get the first down there. Taz Reddick's his 2nd catch of the game. This one for a first down. As we'll get our receiver in motion. Absolutely brought down there, blown up from the start. Tap never gave that play a chance. He absolutely wrapped up the receiver, brought him down for a 3-yard loss. Almost out of field goal range here. This will be probably a little up right at 55. And so Thomas this time will get a handoff, and he rumbles and stumbles and is knocked ahead a few more yards. Now making it 3rd and 8 from the 35. Still about 50 yards from here as far as kicking would be concerned. But this time Jackson Arnold tries to get it away and unable to do so. And Coach Ace is going to give his kicker a chance from 52. No wind. With a snap and a hold. Slicing and just shy of the right upright. And no good. Definitely had the distance. Could have made it. But just a slight miss there on the field goal. And so that'll give the Tigers the ball now from the 35-yard line. And on their first carry of the second half, they come up with nothing, going backwards 2 yards there. Up and down day in the run game for the Tigers. But the pass game has been there. Has shown some flashes. Has kept them in the game thus far. And on 3rd and 1, early, was sending the blitz, sending pressure, trying to get there, and does, and forces Aaron Nolan to throw that one away. But the Tigers offense, not feeling much of a mojo here in the first half. I know certainly, definitely, probably in the second half. Trying to see about keeping something going. They go for it on 4th down just like the Rebels did just a few minutes ago, and they get their fourth down conversion as well. So trading conversions here on the first drives equally are the Tigers and the Rebels. And almost an interception on yet another one of those thrown out of sack passes. Eventually Aaron Nolan is going to give us exactly what we're looking for. But this time we don't get it, and that's a handoff. But no gain, dropped behind the line. 3rd and 12 here. We got to keep our eyes up, stay awake. This Tiger pass game has been dangerous all day long. And there once again is a nice catch, and this one will end up as a touchdown. But there is a flag on the field. I have a feeling what it will be. It will stand and hold. And with just a 2-point conversion, this game could be all tied up after the Rebels almost just had a chance to go up more than 2 scores. But not to be, as the Tigers elect to run on their 2-point conversion instead of passing, which has pretty much kept them, like I said, right there in the game. And the run game had not. And so it will remain a 2-point game here. And so the Rebel offense, Jackson Arnold back on the field now. And a handoff to Jaden Thomas, who this time will get to the outside not wanting to get back to that defensive end, so he jukes a little in and then back out. And that is a big run and gain, about 18 yards there on the first play of the drive there from Jaden Thomas. And with that first carry, we'll give him yet another carry. And this one as well will go for 12 more yards, now up to 66 on 10 carries is Jaden Thomas in this game. Jackson Arnold using that distraction now, that play action from Thomas and getting it over to his tight end Burns, who's had a couple catches in the game thus far as well. Jackson Arnold performing fairly well as a senior leader here in the game. Glover checks back in at running back, and he'll get a handoff. Glover bouncing around once again, almost getting a first down. He seems very hungry when he touches the ball. The senior running back who shares the backfield with Thomas wants to get the equal right to have the backfield as well. And Glover gets his second carry in a row in as many plays, just like Jaden Thomas did just a few minutes ago. This Rebel running attack so far is running rabbit all over Las Vegas as Glover gets his third straight carry and bounces in and out of defenders, but this time only getting 3 yards. Now, getting ready to wind out the third quarter and flip ends of the field, the Rebels look to close this game out over the Memphis Tigers. So 2nd and 7 back on the field. The Rebel offense, Jackson Arnold, looking to finish this drive off. And Stellato will get yet another catch in this game and another good run. Stellato has been consistent. Like I said, just that one drop earlier in the third quarter, 7 minutes to go. Here in the fourth, Stellato with another catch and almost able to shake away from that defender and go in for the touchdown. Jackson Arnold with almost 100 on the ground and 100 by air. But this time, we'll see about another speed option like we scored on earlier. And Glover, just like earlier, is able to get into the end zone, now giving the Rebels that stretch of a lead once more. And with their point after, not having to go for 2, that'll make it a 9-point game with 7 minutes, still making it rather difficult for the Tigers to come back and tie it up or anything like that. They would have to get the ball back at least twice. And the Rebels offense and defense are going to try to make that very hard for them to do. I can tell you that much. Coach Ace not looking to let this Tiger team hang around too much longer. We want to try to send these guys back on the nearest flight. The stadium, if you didn't know, is right around the street from the airport, so they don't even have to worry about wasting their money at the casino, going to MGM, Bellagio, or anything like that. Once they take this tail whooping, they can get ready to get back on that plane and head back to Memphis, baby. 2nd and 10, Nolan throws it away, man. Nolan has been slippery as a slope to get a sack on all game long. But this time, 3rd and 10, showing a little pressure, showing a little mixture of coverage right here to Aaron Nolan, who'll drop back, and he throws on the left side. And the man-to-man coverage, not enough to stop this Memphis Tiger passing attack. Has been dialed in all game long. Every receiver making big impacts. Not so much, like I said before, in the run game, as they do get a positive run right there. But not so much in the run game, but that passing attack has been next to near impossible to stop thus far, which definitely concerns Coach Ace. We may try to have a very high-octane offense like the Las Vegas Raiders. We may try to score a lot of points and be flashy and be Viva Las Vegas, but we got to have some defense that's going to come up with the right stops. And, we don't want to be one of those teams that's going to struggle with the pass all season long. Well, it's going to be a long year. Aaron Nolan pulling it and running to the right side, getting the first down now. 5, right under 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. But threatening. And 3 points, even at this point, will force the Rebels offense to be aggressive once they come out and try to put more points on the board. But just like I've been saying, all drive, all second half, this run attack thus far for the Tigers, not really working. But the passing attack, dangerous as once again hit us over the head with another strike. Aaron Nolan, his second touchdown on the day, almost 300 yards in the air. And like I said, 3 points would have been dangerous, but this makes it even more dangerous. As once again, a 2-point game. A minute and a half is what the drive length was for the Tigers. Not even very much time used. That passing attack just so dangerous. But I can tell you one thing for sure and two things for certain. One thing that the Rebels are about to do is run this ball and run this clock and get out of this game with a win, the first one of Coach Ace's career. Stellato, with probably his 5th or 6th catch on the game thus far, will start that drive off hot, getting us 6 yards, 2nd and 4. This time Thomas goes up to shoot in a 2-yard gain. He almost has 70 yards on the game after his 11th carry. Jackson Arnold sending the tight end in motion. Then looking on the right side for a hookup to Irvin Jr., moving the chains, first down. Jackson Arnold 130 yards in the air. Still those 80 yards on the ground. Don't really see a reason why we'll just threaten to run with him. We did that in scrambling situations. We're just trying to run the ball and run the clock out right now, but that won't help at all right there. A loss of 1 makes it 2nd and 11. 3.5 minutes to go now for the Rebels. Trying to close this game out. And we'll try to do that with Burns on the right side now, who will get a pretty nice pickup there of 7 yards. And keep the clock moving, keep the chains moving somewhat. We're going to check out of this play. I really wanted a straight run, but we'll try to see if we can't hand it off. But we'll do just that and go up the gut. Thomas, right to the mark, but not enough. And no reason to pull the offense off the field, risk not giving the ball back to that passing attack of the Tigers. So we'll just go to Burns, and Burns with a nice RPO catch and a timeout there for the Tigers, sensing that the end is near in this game if they are unable to come up with a stop. So they'll take their second timeout of the first half, trying to prevent everything they can to get before we get to the 2-minute mark. And there to the outside is Thomas, who's met once again for probably the 5th or 6th time. The safety, who's consistently had to make all the tackles on Thomas today. And Irvin Jr. with his 2nd catch on this drive and in this game will make this 3rd and 2. Jackson Arnold looking to close it out with this play right here. We're going to let some more clock go down. Take the time to shout out our sponsors. Shout out all the fans. Look around in the crowd, see who's there. We got 5 seconds left to go. Snap is there. Jackson Arnold up the gut. And he'll get down, move the chains for a first down here at the 2-minute mark. And they're suggesting that we just clock it out. I don't think we can clock it all the way out yet. We're going to try. I didn't think so. So we are going to have to run a couple more plays. But, of course, we're putting that true clock on because Coach Ace wants to get out of here with a win. And now down to 5 seconds again with the snap. We're going to hand it off to Thomas. No worries about how many yards or anything we get. We're just trying to get under the clock and get to a point where once we snap this ball for the last time, this is the end of the game. And we'll snap it once more to Thomas. And Thomas will help us do just that as we get under the play clock. And no more snaps will be unnecessary, as that'll wind out the clock on the very first game and the very first win for Coach Ace Monroe in a 21-19 opening home victory for the UNLV Rebels, led by senior quarterback Jackson Arnold. Great all-around performance. Didn't turn the ball over. Completed passes at a very high level. Was able to move the ball with the offense all day. Kept very steady. Like I said, in the Mountain West, that's going to bode very well to have someone of such senior presence and leadership.
to analyze where do I need to get
And
a
we'll
little
be
better
back
here.
in just a
20
second
times still
to
left in the
talk
season
post
to
game
improve and
and
turn
to
it around.
preview the season.
That's going to do it.
So, following the victory, Coach Ace, some things that I wanted to talk about prior to the game, but I'll talk about now. Some things that really made me stick out and pick UNLV was just some of their culture, some of the things that they lacked, some things that had never happened before in their tenure, in their history. I was looking somewhere. Let's see. Their all-time record is a losing record. They are 248 and 318. So they are below 500. I want to be the one that changes that culture, gets them above 500. Of course, they've never won a national championship or made one or had any college football games that have been played. Of course, that means wins. They've never had a Heisman. They've only had one All American all time in their UNLV history. They've only had one conference championship appearance. And in that one conference championship appearance, they were able to walk away with the win. While they do have 7 bowl wins in their history, 7 bowl appearances, they only have 4 bowl wins, which means they are above 500 in bowl appearances. But like I said, their history overall, just even between home wins and losses, they have a losing record at home. That obviously means they lose might quite often to their rivals. And they have not had very many draft picks. They've had 45. They've had 7 top 25 wins. We'll see how that bolts. They've never had a number one recruiting class or a top 5 or a top 10 or top 25. So things that we look to change as we come here to Las Vegas. We do want to make history. That's most certainly what Coach Ace Monroe is here to do. And once the last thing that I wanted to do was look at the schedule that'll help him achieve that in the first year of his tenure. As you can see, we just took on the Memphis Tigers in this episode. In the next episode, we do have a rivalry game against Hawaii there for the Island Showdown Trophy. So that'll be a good next episode to see as well. And then we go on the road to North Texas. And after that, we stay in Texas after the bye week and go challenge ourselves versus Texas Tech and see how we fare against some pretty quality talent. And then we start to get ready to get into our Mountain West conference play. But before we do so, we'll have one last home prep against Cal, who is probably a better program, but we may start to measure up against teams like that. So we'll start our Mountain West play with North Dakota State, a new entry to the Division One football series. You've seen them quite a few times in Division Two. And then Air Force, Northern Illinois, Wyoming, New Mexico, San Jose State, and Nevada. So realistically, just the way that I play, I see minimum 1 loss. I don't really, maybe 2 with Cal. But if I can walk away with unscathed with just 1 loss for this season, that'll be absolutely a great season. That'll amass all the things that the seniors on this team want to achieve that have been at this program for quite some time. And of course, that'll do some great signs and wonders for Coach Ace Monroe. We're going to get ready to do some recruiting. Get ready for week 1 against Hawaii. I'll see you guys down in Honolulu. And until the next episode, it's your boy Drizzum Gaming, and I'm out.